Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2023 80% Zipless Tournament for Mega Man 2. The best Mega Man, in my opinion, because there's a 2 after it. In the Bagler 5, today we have Aurel509 facing Mr. Cab, and they are off in the race time, so they will be getting started any moment once the race catches up. How's everybody doing today? I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Alone in the commentator's booth today. Ooh, looks like we're getting started. Yeah, so there's a monkey versus chicken contest going on. I guess we're just kind of keeping tabs on it, but yeah, the player on the left is always the chicken, and the player on the right is always the monkey. I think it basically just has to do with who submits the race, Bob. If you want to be chicken, you gotta submit the race. And they're off. Ooh, Mr. Cab getting pushed back a little bit on that first enemy there. I know how that feels. It's especially about the ice physics in this level as well, where you get pushed back a little bit, but and RL making a very strange mistake. Look at this thing, folks. Oh man. Now we're gaming. Making our way to this final stream on Flash, man. Known to give some certain people some trouble. Mr. Cab jumping on a couple extra of those blocks so he doesn't need to rub. I like it. Probably loses a couple of frames, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's better than rubbing. A little disappointing you can't just caveman every single jump, but, you know, that's just my personal opinion. Let's see these Flash fights. Oh, Aurel! And Mr. Cab, both bungling it a little bit here on the Flashman fight. This is not an easy boss fight. This game is it's a little bit interesting because it's very non-linear. So even though this is the first level, that boss fight is not necessarily as easy as a level 1 boss as you'd expect a level 1 boss to be, I guess. Haru was practicing that Flashman fight, trying to milk the frames right before this race started, and he told me himself, he's like, I'm gonna mess this up in the race. So, good on him for keeping his word. As one does. Oh, Haru with the password gaming! Little bit of a Titanic sighting here. The early game for Aurel. He's got to shake off some of this tank. Even Mr. Cab a bit of a lead here. Okay, I like it. Using that flash a little bit later, avoid some of these sweatier jumps towards the end. Big fan of that. Aurel menuing as well and still taking the damage there. It's common, folks, for the race nerves to kick in a little bit. It affects even the people up at the top of the board, so hopefully these two runners can shake this stuff off. Aurel picking up a bunch of time there on that cloud section. Between the no pause buffer to get onto this platform here and just a little bit faster strats in general. Ooh, and right as I say that, misses the jump to get to the next screen and puts him right back behind. I'm gonna see a little bit sweatier of a strat from Aurel, though, picks up some time back. We've got a couple of pixels. I think someone said maybe 4 pixel window to land on the side of those faces and not get hit. So not super free, but also not completely impossible to land on those. Pretty sweaty for a race, though, if you ask me. Having a little bit better of a final screen here in Airman, too, so RL will take the lead going into the boss fight. Let's look on RNG these folks get. My parents are over. Make it fast, says Mr. Crab. Good fight for RL. Good fight for Mr. Cab as well. We've got a 430 and 434. Couple of seconds, folks. Personally, the next stage coming up here, Quickman, depending on what kind of boss pattern RNG you get, it can be a pretty big time swing. But I'm sure that these folks are a bit more practiced than I am with some of those things. I am a bit of a slacker there. It can be tough, though. Some of those patterns are not easy. This soundtrack is one of the ones I can't really tell if I like this Quickman song or not. It's very average to me, I'd say. Carl almost got hit by that laser, it looked like. I don't know if he did something wrong or if maybe my eyes are just deceiving me, but it looked pretty close. Oh, Mr. Cab taking a little damage on one of these flaming pot guys. Sorry, I don't know the name. Those guys actually damage you a lot. A lot more than you'd expect. It's probably okay. As long as you don't take too much damage and have a reasonably good boss fight, there's really nothing to worry about. Alright, we're not going to see any of the fancy item 2 strats on this last screen of Quickman on RL's side. Makes sense. It's easy to lose time with it, but it does look cool. Okay, Mr. Cab actually saving some hit points there by blasting that last robot down. Nice mid pattern from RL. Very nice fight. Okay, Mr. Cab gets high pattern. Very nice as well. RL just squeaks out that sub 7. It's a pretty good benchmark. I mean, obviously for some like world record pace runs, you could do much better. But for race strats, all that, as long as you're sub 7, I'd say you're in pretty good shape. All right, both onto Metal Man. Now this is a jam. I'm a big fan of this jam. I don't know what y'all think. This stage, I also think, is maybe one of the easier ones. You could definitely lose some time on these conveyors if your jumps aren't good, but for the most part, there's nothing that's going to be really run-ending in this stage. Mr. Cab taking a little bit of damage from these screws, but say even then, it's just a little bit of a time loss, but no huge points at Titanic. Alright, let's see if Mr. Cab can get past these clowns. Very nice. Scooting right underneath. Pretty good fight for RL. One of the easier fights in the game. See how Mr. Cab does here. Beautiful. Oh, little miss menu from Aurel there. Thought he had pressed start, but maybe pressed it a hair too soon. Rip the gold. Now we're getting into the real jams. Curious to see what these players do in Bubble Man here. There are a lot of different sweaty strats you can do to save some time, but there are some spikes and there's some weird underwater physics that make you go a little bit slower, so you know, some of the top tier strats might not be the wisest decision in a race. Going okay so far for both of them, though. Oh, getting a little hung up there on the edge for Mr. Cab, but yeah, looks like Aurel probably doesn't go for this. Tight jump there by the spikes. See what Mr. Cab does. Yeah, okay. Nice. You like to see people playing it safe. There's no point in risking your entire race just for a little bit of time, in my opinion. Places like that. Alright, blasting some frogs. Love to see it. Oh, 3 bubbles. Look at these lag frames, folks. Holy... Nice fight from Mr. Cab as well. Alright, Heat Man. This is where it starts getting hard, folks. Thanks for the good luck, Ethan. It's just me and old Restream 9 in here. Yeah, that's right. Alright, Aurel doesn't use a tick on his item 2 there. That's very good. Does use one here. He's not going to be able to go for the fastest strat, I don't think. But, yeah, it's a pretty minimal time loss. And at the end of the day, you're really just hoping that Heatman gives you some good RNG at the end. You could play like an absolute TAS and then just get a bad pattern at the end and it doesn't make a difference. Oh no, Mr. Cab missing his ride on item 3. Gets it the second time around, though. He's going to save a bunch of time, or he's going to save a bunch of his item 2, though, so he won't have to worry about whether or not he's going to make it over that giant gap there. Getting stuck on these blocks here. Alright, now he switched to item 2. Yeah, so the whole reason that I was commenting on Aurel losing ticks with his item 2 in those first couple of screens was that there's this giant gap at the end, and if you waste too many ticks, then you will fall in the pit, and that's not... It's not ideal. Oh, man. Getting some really... Okay. Looks like 90-30 for Aurel, so kind of balances out. Can't really ask for too much better. Hard to say, Ethan, but I'm not sure that it's quite 300. Little bit of race 1 jank going on here in these first couple of stages, but hopefully they'll dial that back up to the 300 FOV set point. All right, let's see what kind of RNG Mr. Cab gets. Looks like a 60 maybe. Pretty solid. Good and fair game. All right, we got our last massive cutscene too, right after Heatman. And Mr. Cab is still keeping pretty good pace with Aurel here. going into Woodman. Alright, so Woodman is a level that Aurel himself was saying he is not a big fan of. And I tend to agree with him on that. This level kind of stinks. So there's bats, and there's dogs, and there's... Oh man, messing up the menu a little bit. Oh, it's the menus too. Holy cow. Oh, you love to see it. I like seeing this item 2 strat at the very beginning of Woodman here. Just coasting through these bunnies. No need to mash. No need to do any of that bologna sandwich. Yeah, Louis right. He doesn't like that menu specifically, and then what does he do? Alright, Mr. Cab picking up a little time just on that menu alone. Very nice monkey section for Aurel as well. That part is not easy. Greet the bunny. Alright, we're gonna see some Metal Man strats from Mr. Cab, the McBob special here. And the strat that Aurel is doing on this last screen of Woodman is actually something that's relatively new. I think that a couple of the runners have been working on it basically in the time since this tournament has started. So, relatively new strat. Saves a little bit of time, and it looks cool. Nice monkeys for Mr. Cab. Nice bunnies as well. If you accidentally zip, you are allowed to either take a death or redo the screen, basically as appropriate. So you don't instantly get disqualified, but you do have to take a penalty. Depending on the severity of the zip, basically, it's just sort of... We have some rules in place, but it's basically just do what feels right. Like, if you zip through a whole screen, just either die or restart the screen, right? We're not running too tight of a ship here in terms of, like, instant disqualifications. Yeah, Louis brings up a good point. Most accidental zips kill you anyway. Alright. Both players into Crash Man. Yeah, we had that happen a couple of times last tournament, and it was really no big deal. You know, the runner just, like, either stood there and waited for 20 seconds or something to make up for the time that they saved, or, you know, took a death and things like that. Like, it happens to people, so. Ooh, it looks like Aurel jumped a little bit too low, and he placed an item 3 to save it there and not take damage and fall down that ladder. I've never seen that. Very nice ladder section from Aurel. Mr. Cab close behind. Oh, that's interesting, Louis. Louis saying that somebody did zip accidentally and Wily won in one of the round 1 races, and it just killed them, so... Dang. Well, that takes care of that, right? Like... Yeah, the ladder zips. Very nice. Mr. Cab also placing that item 3 there to stop himself from getting hit. Alright, we're on to the Wily stages. Wee. Alright, let's see this crash fight for Mr. Cab. Let's see if he can get this double hit. Maybe he doesn't go for it, maybe he does. Only one way to find out. Hey, let's go. Very nice. Getting out of there just sub 19. Love to see it. Massive. Nice fat fingers, me. Looking pretty good for Aurel509 so far. Not missing too many of these item placements or anything. He's pretty much just absolutely schmoving through here. Okay. Nice, gets that ladder boost on this last screen. Well, second to last, I guess. Nice. That menu is probably the worst menu in the entire game, the one that Aurel just did. mrcab, very nice item 2 placement. That is really difficult getting up on that platform. That item 2. Pretty precise trick, so you love to see people get up first try. Holy Toledo! Aurel just absolutely fried that dragon. Alright, nice ladder section for mrcab as well. Let's see this last screen here. Known to give people some trouble. Ooh, he almost slipped off the bottom of that ladder. He's good, he's good. Microwaved the dragon, yeah. Holy smokes. No time to preheat the oven, you know, spank that baby in the microwave. Wow, honestly incredible flash right there from Aurel. You don't see flashes that that smooth every single run, folks. Alright, nice dragon kill from mrcab as well. Playing it safe up top, I very much like that. If you go up on that top block, it's pretty hard to die on the dragon. You can not have to absolutely destroy your D-pad. Or your B button to make sure you stay alive. Ooh, Aurel taking damage. Oh, he's got really low health. He should be fine, but Humana. Alright, he's fine. He's chilling. Whew. Oh man, mrcab pressed right a little bit too early on that screen. Walks over there, says hi to little robot shooter guys. Alright, let's see the crusher section here. Not bad. Oh, takes a little damage though. Gonna be pretty low health going into this boss fight as well. Alright, he's just gonna take the E-tank. I respect it. And we saw Aurel just take damage on the boss fight, so makes a lot of sense to me to just definitely make sure you're not gonna blow it. This boss is usually not too bad, but it's, you know, you can still always make mistakes. Man, this is some Wily 3 tech I've never seen. I'm not a noob, I swear. I dig it. Nice clean fight from mrcab. Ended up not needing that that E-Tank after all, but I do respect the safety play. And very, very good Guts tank from Aurel. I know a couple of the names, folks, alright? I know a couple of the names. Mostly it's like Box Dude and Shooty Guy, Robot, Snail thing. Alright, let's see. Aurel onto Wily4, Mr. Cab. About a level behind, about halfway through Wily 3 here. The enemies is called Shot Man? Okay, I don't feel as bad for just like making stuff up then. Okay, Mr. Cab doing this strat in Wily 3 too. I think maybe I just smell. Alright, let's see if we can get it in the 2 jumps. Or 1? Nice, 2 jumper. Sniper Joe is one of them? That's pretty funny. Alright, seeing this item 2 strat from Aurel, looking good. Alright, Mr. Cab just now entering Wily 4 as well as Aurel approaches the boss fight. Let's see if he can pick up some time here. See how Aurel's boss fight goes. This is not the easiest boss. This is actually probably the hardest boss, arguably. Looking good so far. Beautiful fight. By my standards. I'm sure Aurel's gonna say it stunk, but it was very good. Very, very good. Alright, Mr. Cab just getting through the ladders here. On to the spikes. Everybody hates the spikes. Ooh, item 1 on this screen. I like it. Quick, man. Okay, ended up still being pretty good. Alright, Mr. Cab making his way to the end of Wily 4. Going quick strats here at the bottom to chop up these big robot dudes. Aurel does not get the pattern he's after here. Ends up getting them in 2.5 cycles, just at the start of that 3rd cycle. Alright, now let's watch Mr. Cab. Okay, going for a bit of a safer play here. He conserved some item 1, so he was able to get up to this top platform for free. Oh no, he places the item on the wrong side there. It's really hard to fall down and place that item properly. He's good. He should have plenty of crash bombs here. I think if he... Yep, he's gonna have to use an item to get above, but... Ooh, almost got sniped. That could have been really bad if he missed. Oh man, that's an unfortunate placement too, right at the end. If you don't place... Oh, Aurel dies on the Wily machine! What in the... I'd say that was unexpected. I was paying attention to that Boo Beam fight from Mr. Cow. I just kind of assumed Aurel was going to clean up the last of those Robot Masters here in the refights pretty easily. But yeah, wowza. That's a pretty hefty time loss, too. Still on solid 29 pace, though. That definitely is going to hurt. Wow. Easy every time. Well, we're about one hugged alien from a close match here, folks. We're getting the same Airman RNG, actually. Maybe not for that third cycle, but for those first two, I think they both got the same, so good and fair game. Very nice run from Aurel. 29-29 final time. Look at that transition into that. Holy moly. Man, this guy's good at comms. Look at those controls. Let's see Mr. Cap finish this one out here. Nice refilling. Doesn't want to make the same mistake as as Aurel did. Keep Man is something I've never seen on this boss. Oh man, it's a one-shot. Huh. The more you know. Yeah, we'll call it an early split from Aurel. The honorary 29-29-29. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Cab gets it. It was an early split. Alright, we're an alien away, folks. Yeah, I would think so. I would think that's a little bit slower, but for a one-shot, though, you can't beat that. That's a good thing to have in the back pocket. Yeah, well, I appreciate you showing it off. I learned something. I'm supposed to be the expert over here on the comm. Oh, just misses one bubble. Very nice run. Hey, look at that! 29-29 and a 31-31. He did that on purpose. Nice runs. Very, very nice. Alright, let me just get another race room set up here. Give our runners a few minutes to cool off, and we will be on our way once again. I love this end credits theme. Alright, looks like they're both in the next race room. Very, very nice. That is funny that we got 29-29 and 31-31. Alright, we're going to give our racers just a minute or two here, and then we will be on our way for race 2. Alright, looks like they're both ready. 25-25 and 26-26, right? Yeah, we'll see. Alright, I've dropped the flag. They will be ready to go momentarily. Banger entry theme, too, honestly. I don't think anybody would argue that this game has very good music. This series has very good music. This is a well-known fact. Here we go. Because you kept taking a little damage again on that first guy. Again, something I have been struggling with as well, so very understandable. Hopefully both runners did remember to crank up the FOV to 300 this run. I can't be sure, Ethan, but I think that they might have. Aurel doinking a few shots off of those tin can guys. Let's see if we can get some good clean Flashman fights this time. I think both runners struggled with it in the previous race. Again, he's not super easy, despite being the first boss in the game. Holding. Very nice from Aurel. Very nice from Mr. Cab as well. Hey. Alright, it looks like Aurel's a bit ahead. We'll go ahead and give him the audio. Wow. Great comms, Bagler. Thank you. This guy's talking and controlling. Yeah, I mean, I'd say one of my biggest strengths is working hard and multitasking, so, you know, I don't know. Just gonna leave that there. I couldn't think of anything else to say there. Aurel taking damage again on this this guy in Airman. I'm not sure if he's doing that strat on purpose, maybe to play it a little safe, because I know you can fall in the pit there if you messed those jumps up, so maybe he did do that on purpose. What do I know? Ooh, okay, Aurel didn't think he was going to make it this time. Goes for a little safety pause. As does Mr. Cab. Airman is impossible. That is a really scary level. Alright, Aurel doing some race strats here. I think maybe the previous run he opted to go for those sweatier strats because he felt like he had lost a lot of time. But playing a little bit more safe. Looking a little bit more confident. Mr. Cab not far behind. Gets the bird. He's not going to have to worry about these guys here. Very nice. About a tunnel away, folks. Oh, you love to see the screen transitioning at the same time on both screens. Well, I love that. I can't speak for everybody here. Oh, Aurel having problems on that last shot there. That was a pretty spicy pattern at the end. Oh, Mr. Cab as well. It's tough to shoot just over those tornadoes, and especially when you get the patterns where there are other tornadoes above the first tornado. It's like, whew. Yeah, speaking of Airman being impossible, this is what they're talking about. Not only is the stage scary, but the boss fight is kind of a scam sometimes. Yeah, some of those patterns on Airman, there's really not a whole lot you can do. Some of those shots become very, very precise. Right, back to Quick Man. It's like about 5 or 6 seconds difference so far. Wonder if Aurel's gonna bust out some swag strats at the end here. Or just sweaty strats, rather. Do it for the fans. Come on. He's probably already done it and can't hear me anyway, but... We want item 2. We want item 2. Looking good so far. This is one of the easier stages as well. It's a bit anxiety-inducing with all these lasers flying around, but it's really pretty simple if you know a route down through the maze here. Oh man, Aurel taking some double damage. Mr. Cab not far behind. See the fight. Ooh, that was a nice dodge of those boomerangs on Aurel's side. Oh, Mr. Cab gets a pretty spicy low pattern here. Nice fight, though. All things considered, that went very well for him. Alright, not taking any damage from the drills or anything so far. Let's see if Mr. Cab can do the same. Oh! That's about the same as last race. Not the end of the world. Aurel avoids the clown. What are these clowns doing dancing around on these giant gears anyway? What's the story there? mrcab getting slowed down just a little bit, but he's still in good shape. Ooh, Aurel jumped really big there for one of those. Slowed down his boomerangs a bit. Not a huge time loss, but... I think maybe he was trying to milk the frames or something. I have not ever worked in a factory, Ethan, so I guess I wouldn't know if people are dressing up as clowns in pink suits and dancing on the machinery, but... Alright, on to Bubble Man. Oh man, this song slaps. I like this nice, deep blue mrcab's got on his screen. Some like 000FF kind of blue. Just like that default Windows blue on Microsoft Paint. Alright, nobody whamming spikes. Love to see it. I don't know, Aurel might wham some spikes on purpose here, but I kind of doubt it. 3 bubbles again. He gets a good fight, but losing a bit of time just to boss RNG both races there. Let's see if mrcab can win the lottery here. Also 3 bubbles. Also shreds him. Honestly, kind of an insane menu from Aurel there. I noticed Aurel shot as when he jumped out of the animation at the beginning, because like you do some A plus Bs in this next section to shoot those little springy dudes. I noticed he shot on that first jump too. That's funny. I've caught myself doing that as well. I was like, wait, I don't need to shoot here. Very nice for all. Aurel does lose 1 tick again on that second screen. That's a difficult one. It's really hard to not lose 1 tick there. mrcab switching to item 3. This item 3 is, that's the Sandals Jamaica strat, folks. Just absolutely no worries at all. Nice, makes it over the blocks again this time. Ooh, Aurel menuing to quick here. Oh man, oh, he lost where he was. Ooh, that's a rough time loss just to the menus there. I wonder who else has done that recently. That's weird. Needs to stop watching that person. Oh wow, and he gets rewarded with a nice 90-60 here. Menus, man. He did have an absolutely nutty menu going into this stage, but I think he lost all of the frames he milked there with that miss menu to quick. Mr. Cab. 60-60 again, looks like. Pretty average. Picked up some time on Aurel. Not fun and fair game. Rigged game. Same cutscene, though. Still doing a pretty good job keeping pace. Both runners are playing a little bit better than they were last run. There's, I think both of them had the race 1 jitters or something. But looks like they got a lot of the jank out. Smooth sailing. Menus aside. Menus are, we don't like the menus. Platforming's looking good. Oh man, the menu again for Aurel. Ooh, Mr. Cab almost missed his ride there is what it looked like, but maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. He's chilling, he's chilling. Alright, not getting whammed by the bats. Love to see it. Didn't flash any dogs. Very nice monkey scream from Aurel. Let's see how Mr. Cap does going in here. Equips his Metal Man. These bats can take a hike. Honestly, kind of like the Metal Man for that. Same with the monkeys. I mean, you can get a 28 doing this monkey strat with the metal blade, so it's good enough for those guys. Good enough for me. I am more of a fan of greeting the bunnies as opposed to razor blading them, but to each their own. Alright, nice stage from Aurel overall there. A little bit of trouble on the menus, but Mr. Cab just takes a little bit of damage there on that last chicken. Atomic Chicken. Which I think is a hilarious name. Alright, Mr. Cab going for air strats here on Woodman. Let's see if he can get this nice little double hit. Not bad. And on to Crashman. Not sure if this was on purpose or not. It looks like Aurel was going for a bit of a faster strat on that screen, but took some extra damage and wasn't able to save any time. I'm not super familiar with that strat, but I know that the strat that we see most people do is not the fastest way. Hey, Mr. Cab, onto the same screen. See what he does. Oh, misses that last jump there. Oh no, and can't place the item. Takes damage again. Man, it's like, if you miss an item 2 placement in this game, it feels like you can just never place it in the right spot again. Like, it feels like you're placing it in the exact same location, and then it just doesn't go there. Nice ladders for Aurel once again. He says before he finishes the ladders, okay. Very spicy time for Aurel so far. It's like 1801, 1801. Very, very good. All right, Mr. Cab makes it through the ladders as well without too many hiccups. Oh, password gaming though. Holy cannoli, make that 1805 or 6 or something. The menus. I feel like Aurel's lost more time to menus than he has just like mistakes in this run. Brutal, man. The menus are killer. Very nice double hit again from Mr. Cab. Cleaning them up. A bit ahead of last run, too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, like 10 or 11 seconds faster than last run into Wily 1 for Mr. Cab, so you love to see that. Let's see how these Wileys treat these guys, though. Alright, no password gaming. Huge time save there. Ooh, Aurel jumped a little. Boss fight here. Aurel sift him through the old sewer. One fish? I'm not actually sure if how many fish you get even matters. I don't know, maybe there's some like extra lag or something if you get 2 fish versus 0, but I don't know. I hear people calling it out. I don't know if it's just for the sake of counting. I mean, I like counting as much as the next guy, but I am curious. We're all taking a little bit of damage doing this fancy buster strat here. It's okay though, he's got a healthy lead. I'm sure he's not too worried unless we see another death here at the end of the game. Last one was on the Wily machine, but Wily 4 is definitely renowned for being a graveyard. Mr. Cab got 1 fish as well, but it was just a different fish. Here lies Mega Man. Alright, looking good for Aurel so far. Oh, okay, and right as I say that? I mean, I'm not trying to curse Aurel to make things interesting. That would be biased of me. Very nice fight from Mr. Cab. Looked like a 2-jumper. Aurel just sneaking under that last block dude, telly, whatever you want to call him. Ooh, okay. Missed his item 2 play, or missed his ladder grab, missed his item 2 placement, not sure. Oh, that's a scary place to, the spikes are a scary place to have mistakes in any capacity. Ooh, Aurel takes damage on that first robot dude. Did not want that to happen, but he should be okay here. Should have plenty of health, unless something goes wrong. But he does have an E-tank, absolute worst case, but again, I'm not really expecting to see an E-tank. Oh, looks like we've got a bit of a frozen screen on Mr. Cab's side. Oh, Aurel! Well, right as I said, not expecting to see an E-tank. Aurel uses his E-tank. Man, is that twice in one stage I cursed him? Alright, not going to be able to go for the damage transfer here, because he was not able to get the setup. Oh, Mr. Cab! Okay, whew. Missed his jump bump out of that spike, but he was able to recover pretty well there. Alright, Aurel's out of there. That's the most important part of Wily 4, folks, is just, if you can get out of there, you're pretty much cruising in a race. Yep, the great equalizer, that's right. A bit of a rough start to Quick Man here in the refights. Oh my goodness, this guy stinks. Okay. Quick Man does, not Aurel. Very nice Crash Man, no damage there. Mr. Cab freezing up just a little bit here. Aurel scuffs the wood fight a little bit. He was going for a little buffer strat there with the that first shot on the airman, but didn't time it quite right. Pretty good air fight though. We're just gonna hope and pray that Mr. Cab has made it through the buoy fight. Okay. Oh, here we go, and he does. He does that same thing. He places a little bit too high this time, so too low, I guess. Just misses him, or maybe it always does that if you go into that corner, now that I'm thinking about it. Again, not too familiar with that strat, but he is on to the refights as well, just as Aurel is finishing up the last Robot Master here. Squeaky clean. Alright, hold. Alright, he's chilling. Couple seconds behind the pace of last run, it looks like, but Aurel is still on a very good run. And this might be the game here, unless something catastrophic happens on the alien. We'll just have to see. Can't rule it out. The last couple of things I said that would be bad ended up happening, so ooh, gets a really good pattern here for Airman. Mr. Cab was able to use the Woodman blaster gun, leaf shield, whatever you want to call it. But actually, that saves a lot of time because you can get Airman down in one cycle there, basically just the cost of a menu or two. One bubble's not exactly what you want to see in the refights, because it's a little bit harder to avoid taking damage, but Aurel finishes off the alien, or so we thought. Dr. Wily's little robot machine, whatchamacallit here. Very nice run. 29-32. If anything, he's consistent. Two very, very, very solid runs from Aurel. I'll switch the audio over to Mr. Cab as he closes this one out. And Mr. Cab is quite a ways ahead of the last run as well, entering this final stage. So see if we can close it out. Hold. So we gotta make sure he gets them down. No hugging aliens. Oh, misses him again, but ooh, very nice. Looks like it just, that was maybe pretty close to PB for Mr. Cab. Looks like it just ticked over to red. His comment in the chat is starting to make sense. Yeah, GG to Mr. Cab. GG to Aurel as well. We will press down on both of these folks and get them in here for an interview, if they would like. A +0 on PB, Mr. Cab said in race time. Yeah, I mean, you can't do much better than PB, right? Very, very solid performance. Okay, looks like they're both going to join us here. Feel free to hop on in whenever you're ready. Hey, there he is. Welcome in, Mr. Cab.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Nice run, man.
Thanks. If only I could, like, actually hit the top left double and boom beam for once today.
Oh, man. Yeah, Aurel actually struggled with that one, too, in that second race. Speaking of Aurel, welcome in.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, yo. Nice runs.
GG.
GG Cab.
So it looks like you had a couple of menuing mistakes in those two runs, Aurel. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, it was all over the place, menu-wise. Like, both runs had password percent too. Like,
oh, yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's like, first race it was at the start. I was like, okay, well, whatever. It was kind of first race had a very silly start. Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was completely all over the place. But I came up with a very strong end game, well, until the death. But
Yeah, you really clawed it back. Your pace was really good despite all that jank in the first race for sure.
Yeah,
I did a bit of a rocky start, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I was like, well, that's funny, but whatever, just keep going. It's fine. Like, as long as I don't do anything stupid, I should be still on a fine pace. Like, in fact, like this, the second run is like tied pretty much with my heat split I got in the first race.
Oh, really?
So it's like, yeah, well, whatever. It's like I can keep going. I was really happy with what I did in the Wilies in the first race.
Yeah, that looked really good.
It was really solid. I got very unlucky in refight, and I completely botched the safe version of Machine, and I was like, yep, well, that's kind of stupid.
Oof, yeah.
It's
That was
like,
surprising.
Yeah, I didn't remember, like, I think I just messed up my jump or something. I jumped too high, I don't know. Because I'm used to, like, jump really high and just, like, very quickly mash, like, as fast as I can to get the cycle, normally, when you don't move.
Mhm.
But here I cannot do this because I took too much damage by air, and I also got hit by bubble. I think I was gonna be fine if bubble would give me 3 bubble, but I got 1, so...
Yeah, classic.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's always hard to do strats that you're not used to, especially if you have to pull out a backup in a race and you're not expecting to because of some like jank RNG or just, you know, you made mistakes before, and it can be tough. Catch you with your pants down. But yeah, in that first race, I think you guys traded the lead pretty much the entire time for those first 2 levels. There were probably like 6 or 7 lead changes in the first 2 stages of that first race, just because one person would take damage and then the other one would not, and then the next person would take damage on the next enemy and the other person wouldn't, and it was just like, what is going on?
Refills and normal are just a pain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially, what's it, Airman, that some of those refills can be quite the obstacle.
The first race, I had a few spots where my D-pad just like betrayed me too. I was like, oh, why am I grabbing this ladder? What's going on? Stop.
It's a never-ending battle.
I got scared of my controller also in the second race in Bubble because I randomly started to just like drop meter and my A presses. I was like, uh-oh, this is not normal.
Oh, no.
What is this? Like the little section right before the water section, like normally you do a big jump into the water. And when I tried to do this, like my jump just like, I did like the shortest jump possible. It was like, what?
I'm holding the button and you don't seem to be jumping.
Yeah, it was really awkward, and I got scared. That's why my second bubble was really shaky too. Like it was really awkward.
Oh yeah, like, you know, once that's on your mind, it's that's all you're thinking about the entire rest of the match, right?
Yeah, well, I kind of forgot about it leaving the stage, but yeah.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, close to PB pace for you in this second race, Mr. Cab. How are you feeling about that?
So I have my video from my last match open right now.
Oh, okay. Potential PB hole?
No, it's not.
Oh.
They're both 3106s, and they're both like late splits because go figure, I wanted to hit dot done. But
Right.
that said, they're both 3106s, so it's like yeah. If I had just hit that top left double in the second race, we would have had probably. I was like minus 11 3 times at the end of a split.
Oh, dang.
And then Boo Beam happened.
Oh.
And then I had the best refights ever, and I was like, well, maybe if I actually like get the quick kill on Wily, we'll have something out of this. But
Yep. The dream, right? Where like, if I just gold the refights.
I mean, yeah.
Quick alien. Yeah, it can always happen.
So yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it matched my PB, so there is that.
Yeah, well, you can't ask for too much better than that, right?
Yep. I'll take it.
Cool. Well, it looks like... Go ahead.
Yeah, my second blue beam fight was really shaky. Like, I almost choked it really hard.
Oh, dude, I cursed you so bad there, man.
Like,
I'm
it
sorry.
was... I don't even know what happened there. I was like... I did the thing properly, and somehow I just threw the crash bomb to the right. I was like, oh my god, I just did that, really? And as soon as I did it, I knew I had to E-tank, because I was going to take an extra damage. I was like, yeah, well, I gotta do this. It went fine, but like I'm so not used to throw the crash bomb going down that it's like, yeah, well, hope it works.
Yeah,
otherwise I'm screwed. So
yeah, that's a tough one if you're not used to it.
Well, I know backups for this fight, but the thing is, even if you know that backup, you don't really do it often. So even if you know it, like you still might mess it up. Like it's a very awkward backup too.
Yeah, knowing's half the battle, right? And you still gotta do the other half.
Alright.
But yeah, Aurel, you took damage on that first big robot guy on the last screen of Wily 4. And I was like, oh man, he's going to be pretty low health because he's damage boosting through all the rest of these. Like, he might see an E-tank if he messes up, but I was like, nah, he's not going to E-tank. Like, he's fine, he's got this. And then, sure enough, like 5 seconds later.
Yeah. I was actually
I was like, well,
I
actually got like family where I've got to run. Thanks for the race, everybody. Thanks for commentating. Thanks, SpeedGaming. And yeah, thanks, Aurel. Good luck in the next round.
Well, thanks.
Enjoy, family. See ya. What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I was just saying. I was like kind of mad about that because
Yeah,
I was like,
understandable.
I was like, it's like I know what I did wrong. Like I just jumped too high. You don't want to place it too high because it makes the jump harder, and it's exactly what I did. It was way too high. So then I got stuck on the item, so I lost time here. Like, time-wise, it's fine. You only lose 20 frames or something because you get boosted reward, so it's fine. But health-wise, I was like, well, I should be fine, right?
Yeah.
And, well, things happen. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Anytime anything goes, it strays from the plan, it can get you worked up, especially in races. You've already got nerves and stuff. It can make things a lot harder, for sure. Yeah, it looks like Aurel is going to be facing the winner of Satoko Addict 96 and Mitri. I don't think that match is scheduled yet, but those are the 7 and 10 seeds, respectively, so competition's getting a little bit tougher. It's going to be quarterfinals next round, so congrats, Aurel, for making it this far. Best of luck in the next races.
Well, thank you. We'll try. We'll try. Throwing for the content, as they say.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the chat enjoyed the throwing for the content, so...
Nice.
You done good. And you came out with 2 wins in the end, so... No upset. Anyways, folks, I think that's about all the time we got. Congrats again, and we'll see y'all next time.
Goodbye forever.
Bye forever.